Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Falcons will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Tight end going in motion here. Penix on 3rd down. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Eagles will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Danny Gray to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it on. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributed to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles right now to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Gray now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Miami. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Penix here from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he crosses midfield before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Play action, here's Penix. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Robinson. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this.
We got their defense rattled. Get after them, offense. Keep the rolling, boys. Time to get 6.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Braden Mann on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. His work begins at the 31. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Barkley. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And things will end there, but plenty of damage already done. They've got it down inside the opposing 45 following the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Cooper to Gene with the stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 39. Pitts brings it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Falcons with some work to do, trailing in this game. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Launches one deep downfield. It is caught at the 20. He'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. One last play before the break. Throw reeled in by London. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They go play action. Here's Penix. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he gets him around 6 there. Keely Ringo making the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They're going play action. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Penix now. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. That's caught at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He's got Smith. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the draw, it's Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. 3rd downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Penix now to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. First down, ball at the 36. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Design bootleg here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Throwing off the play fake here. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running left, this is Barkley. Into the 2nd level past the 30. Dimes for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game. Nope. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. Racing down the left side. Kyle Pitts. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he's got a man complete. And he gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Eagles could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. On the move, headed right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Breaks the tackle, still going. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Slot man in motion right. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles nearing their 1st win of the season. 2nd down now, 7 to go. One of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley Barkley, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 23. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Drops to a knee here. Only one more timeout for that defense to burn and preserve some clock. So beneath the course of